we're going to drag in a pie chart, and we will put it next to, bestride that that time plot. Okay, so I just drag the pie chart next to the time plot, and this pie chart, ladies and gentlemen, will be diabetes, diabetic status pie chart. Okay, great. Diabetic status pie chart. Okay, we'll again update it every year. And how are we going to have slices of pie, one for diabetic and one for non-diabetic? Yeah, we'll do add data, and this will be, diabetics. And what do you think the value is? From where will it get the count of diabetics? From where did we insert earlier? Not half an hour earlier. We inserted something to compute the number of diabetics. Where was that? It was in the population. It was a statistic of the population. So remember, we went here and we added in a statistic here, count diabetics and count normal glycemic. Do you remember that? This is in the population. Remember, statistics in the population characterize cross-sectional summaries of that population. So we had a count diabetic and count normal glycemic. And now, okay, so now this pie chart is going to have several slices. And for each slice, we're going to tell it what's the size of that slice. So for diabetics, we're going to have to ask how many diabetics are there. We're going to ask the population. Whose population? My population. This dot population dot count diabetic. Boom. That's going to be the diabetic slice. Next, we're going to add another data item. And what do you think that's going to count? The normal glycemic. And for that, the value will be this dot population dot count normal glycemic. Okay? And you'll notice you could choose the colors. So maybe we'll choose green for red for diabetic and green for normal glycemic. Okay? Okay. So I am asking the population, count me the number of diabetics. How does it know this name, count diabetic? Whence did that name come? It came, ladies and gentlemen, from none other than you. Count diabetic, count normal glycemic. That's what you named them when we named the statistics. So all we're doing is we're using those statistics. Far from just being decorations when we click on the population to see it change, we can call the statistics to ask for values. Okay? Are we okay with that? Okay. So now let's run this thing. We completed a logical chunk of work. Let us now ply our trade with the model itself. Okay. Okay. Alan and Winchell, need help here?
I might.
Okay, Alan.
It's not letting me put anything in here.
Okay, so it's her model's exhibiting truculence. So if you could investigate it. Okay. So here we have a pie chart that's reflecting the number of diabetics. Now you notice this is most aesthetically displeasing if it cuts this. In order to get rid of this component here, we need to, well, one thing we can do is give it a bit more space. So down here beneath the pie chart, we can, for example, drag this. There we are. Okay, so I just dragged the whole pie chart to be a bit larger and drag this up. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I misspoke. Okay, thank you.
It's really fussy.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so ladies and gentlemen, there's our pie chart. How if we want to have, by the way, we could also do copy all and put it in Excel if we want to, if we're so inclined. It'll break down the number and the size, the fraction of the population. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
I lost the color.
Okay, let's just completing this this thought. Let's add statistics for each of the diabetes or the weight statuses. The count normal and underweight, count overweight, and count obese. Okay, now, oh man, we could do this in a better way. We could do this rather than going and adding a statistic for each subset of the population. We could do it a better way, or at least we could do it a way that would require less tedium in adding statistics. Now, if we're going to use those statistics again and again, it might be a useful thing. But if we're just putting them in for a graph, there's a better way.
Just change the relative names and that in the graph itself?
No, there's we could, instead of asking the population to compute a statistic, we could just tell it, hey, count the number that match this criteria, right in the graph. So let's do that. Let's show you another way. Okay, so this is this would be adding a pie chart using Java 8 features. Okay.